match between Anne-Marie Duggan.
Large farm, I believe 21 acres.
With a private lake.
That's right, with a private lake. Ringing 10. Some movement going on off this side. He said Anne-Marie said someone's talking. Apparently a little distraction there. Did not really affect her shot. You see there, she qualified first with a 219 average. Kim Couture qualified second with a 221 average. Anne-Marie had won more matches.
As she just barely picks up the spare in the first, we can tell you Anne-Marie was 18-5-1 in match play, but she was 15-1 at the start of the last block.
And saving the paint on the pin here, barely makes this 10 pin. It was probably the wind or maybe the train that went by earlier that knocked that pin down. What do you think, John?
Could be. Carol Gianotti opens up with a strike in the first.
Carol Gianotti, the 1992 Bowler's Journal All-American captain. And here's the lane breakdown. Lane 26, 8 strikes. Lane 25, 6 strikes. Basically, the lanes to her right now are playing even. She's lined up on both lanes. 25 was a little tighter earlier. It still might be, but to Carol Gianotti, she is lined up.
2 in a row.
Doubling the 50 points.
Gianotti started with 4 strikes when she defeated Kim Couture in the last match.
And there's that match play record you had mentioned, 18-5-1. Kim Couture, on the other hand, had 12 wins. Anne-Marie Duggan has bowled in this event 3 times. This is the first time she has made even the top 24. And Anne-Marie Duggan standing way back on the approach, feet together, 5 steps, moves the ball on the second step. Again, another player right here is going to have a high backswing and a long slide. Really gets the momentum going. The leverage is there. Very strong with the wrist. Gets right up close to the foul line. Stays down.
Little high, but they all fall anyway. That's 2 in a row for Anne-Marie.
Beautiful shot, though. Just you can tell how she's revving it up. It's holding the pocket nicely. Carol Gianotti defeated Anne-Marie Duggan 242-161 in match play.
Ringing 10.
Carol Gianotti's bowling goals: stay competitive and to win more titles. She has 6 national titles right now in her 5 years on tour. Started bowling at the young age of 10, so she practices around 60 games a week.
Straight shot for the 10 pin, gives her a spare in the third. This is the 6th time she's bowled in Baltimore. Her top finish was 2nd. You see Dennis and Sue Baldwin. Well, Dennis is with Fab East and West. He's their president, and we'll be seeing him later in the program as he presents the winner's check.
And also the proprietor here at Country Club Lanes, and congratulations on recently taking over Fab West. Was the new
last promotion.
That's right. New adventure. They bought it. And she dices the 5 pin out that time.
241 her average on this pair.
Carol's average was 226. 11 national titles, 14 regional titles. Anne-Marie Duggan is one of 5 girls in her family. She said she learned to be competitive very early. They had a fight over the mashed potatoes or whatever it was. Pass this, would you pass that? No, I want that at the dinner table. I can't imagine being one of 5 girls.
She's smiling a bit now.
Looks a lot looser tonight. She said before she gets too anxious, she does not bowl well.
Well, that's a turkey in the 4th.
Well, she's smiling. She feels comfortable on the lanes right now. The scores were pretty high this week. It took a 206 average to cash, 215 average to make the TV show, 209 average to make the top 24. Obviously, you had room to the right. You had a little room to the left. Right now the lanes are opening up. This is what Anne-Marie Duggan has. Little room to the right, little room to the left. Anybody can get comfortable and throw strikes on that shot.
Ooh, almost left the bucket.
Like they left it 4 5.
Not that much room to the right. Also getting a little quick, sent the ball too far out to the right. She says, come on, man. You know, I'm good at reading lips tonight. But again, lane 25, the tighter of the two lanes. Looks like there's a hang spot on that lane. If a player gets it just outside, say their target, maybe a board, it does not come back. Versus maybe 26 will.
And she gratefully picks up the spare in the 5th frame. The lead now 8 pins as Gianotti steps up, 8 pins back, working on a strike.
Sixth time Carol Gianotti has bowled in Baltimore. Best finish was second in 1992. She lost that title to Leanne Barrett.
Still high, but they all go down to the 5th.
Well, high trips a 4-pin, a little shake of the head says, wow, thank you very much. Carol Gianotti made a big move in the second round of qualifying. Look at the scoreboard there. She has a 2-pin lead, can increase it to 12 here in the 6th frame. Last game of the second round of qualifying, she shot 269, came back in the third round of qualifying, shot 268, 269, just threw some big games.
And it leaves the 7th.
Trying to catch the wall shot that time. What happens with Carol when she looks for the wall shot, she gets inside a target, actually pulls the ball inside a target, the ball hits the oil and slides more than hitting the drive first. So the ball slid, did not drive enough to take out the 5-pin. So the head pin did when it came off the wall.
And the spare in the 6th. Here comes Anne-Marie now, working on a spare, finding herself pinned back.
1983 Ebonite Rookie of the Year. She's really come into her own here in the past couple years.
But she gets them all. Here's the 6th.
Shows you the power there, that quick release in the wrist, just dices the rack. You might get a chance to look at the quick release here. She does loft the ball out a little bit more than Carol, but just really hits it. She plants well at the line, gets the ball through. 5-pin just takes out the 7. You can see the momentum there. 125 pounds, 5'8".
I love seeing the look of anticipation in her face. When she releases a good shot, she knows it. This one also a strike. 2 in a row here in the 7th. And now she's 9 pins up. Gianotti trying to get back into that position. The leading position. She's 9 back. Working on a spare on the 6th.
Up to 25 miles an hour. Even along the shore, you're in the 70s today. 77 Fahrenheit in Wildwood because you've got a nice warm land breeze instead of the sea breeze like we've tonight.
Shot in the 7th for Carol Gianotti.
Right now still trailing by 9 pins with that strike in the 7th, but she can take over the lead by 1 with a double here in the 8th. Great title match.
Last title for Gianotti, the Ebonite Fall Classic, a couple of years back. As you see the scoreboard now, Gianotti just 9 pins back, but as you say, a strike here could pop her up there.
Oh, Gianotti
leaving the 2.
A little fast, not good timing, got to the line.
She knows.
Quick, yeah.
She knows that was a critical miss.
Was not able to plant and get the ball through. Fortunate just to leave the 2-pin.
Oh, spare in the 8th.
Now we're going to get a chance to look at that first shot. She just got quick with her feet. She's going to be at the line a little too quick. This is actually normal speed, but you see she falls off balance. Does not quite get the leverage to get the ball moving. And Anne-Marie's last title was the 1994 WIBC Queens Tournament.
And she almost had a bucket there. She gets 8 of them. This is an important match for her for a multitude of reasons. It reestablishes her as the clear front runner for the Bowler of the Year. It's a victory in a tournament, which is what her regular goals are. And of course, it does send her over the career record for a year's worth of income in the sport of bowling for women.
Spare in the 8th.
On November 5, that'll be Saturday. Watch more football on ESPN. Penn State versus Indiana, the Heisman Trophy candidate. Gianotti, Carter, running back for the Nittany Lions, takes on 5th freshman in the Big Ten history to rush for 1,000 yards. The Hoosiers of Indiana host that. Later on, Alabama at LSU is Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, 7:30 p.m. That'll be live on ESPN. And later on in the evening, Wyoming at Colorado State. Colorado State tries to keep its Holiday Bowl bid alive with a win there.
And while you were reading those promos, John, Anne-Marie was taking a re-rack on lane 25. Big shot here in the 9th frame.
Yeah, just shoves the 7-pin into the channel.
I mentioned the big shot there. With that shot, there's no way Carol Gianotti can lock Anne-Marie out. This ball hitting a little light, sends the head pin up against the wall, hits the 4-pin, and 4-pin takes out the 7. Right now, Carol Gianotti can shoot 238, but cannot shoot or shut out Anne-Marie Duggan.
There goes the 238 as she leaves the 10-pin.
Half 10, ball not quite driving hard enough to slap out the 10. Force the 6-pin to slap out the 10.
Spare in the 9th.
Spare in the 9th. Gianotti trailing by 8.
Can shoot possible 227 right now with 3 strikes. She wants to do that. If she does, she forces Anne-Marie Duggan to get up in the 10th and throw the first strike.
The treatment only takes 15 minutes and is covered by most insurance plans. Schedule your consultation today and get back to doing the things you love. Call at 267-270-5095.
Got the first one.
And the wall shot she has been carrying on and off tonight.
Gianotti seems to be doing well in those 10th frames. She had 2 chances to bowl a 10th frame in the last match.
This one, very critical. Force Anne-Marie to strike. A little quick again, a little off balance with the lines, but kept the ball tight. Right now needs 9 pins to force.
This ride saves lives. Join us for the 53rd annual American Cancer Society Bike-a-thon on Sunday, June 1st.
Anne-Marie to strike.
Visit acsbike.org. The Simon's Heart Conchi Classic is back. It's a full day of fun.
Uh-oh.
And missing the head pin, only bagging 7 on that shot. That allows her to close off. As you take a look at the prize money available, $13,500 for the winner, $6,750 for the loser of this match. And right now, Gianotti's on the sidelines with 224.
That's a big loss in count for Carol Gianotti because 7 right now, Anne-Marie Duggan basically needs a spare and 9 to tie. Spare strike wins. This is the monkey that was on her back.
No longer worried about the overall. Oh, leaves 2 pins and it's a small split.
I'm not so sure it's off her back right now. Gave that ball room. Right now, she's facing the 2-7. She'll try to hook the ball in between the 2 and the 7. She's got to cross a lot of oil, though.
Oh.
Took a gamble there, didn't she?
Well, she did. You don't usually try to throw it to the right of the 2-pin. I'm not so sure she did, but I think there's so much oil in the center of the lane to try to cross it was going to be difficult. I think she tried, but I think the ball backed up.
Now she needs a strike to win. If she leaves a pin, they go into a roll-off. But if she gets all 10, she'll win by a pin.
Uh-oh.
Looks like she's going to go Brooklyn, and that's a loss.
Oh, man.
That's it.
It's,
That's it.
Gianotti
She's
wins
going to lose
it.
223, and Gianotti gets a gift from above and a victory.
oh, man.
Unbelievable.
What a
Andrew
match.
Duggan coming up high.
Hope
Obviously
you like
made
and
the correction
subscribe.
from the